To put it simply, for those who don't understand like when to use primal, magna, like between main and support, right? It's actually very simple. You just need to go into your grid, right? You just need to go into your grid and see how many are you using of that particular mod. So like if you have like say for example like let me go to my wind, not my fire. Where is my wind? Is it this one? No, this one. So like this, right? See, this is a very clear thing, right? So you see, I have Magna, right? This is Magna, Magna, Magna. So I want to power this up, right? So what do I use? Magna, right? This one's all already is kind of fixed already by itself. You don't really need to power this up. See, all this is all fixed. You don't, there's nothing that really buff them up other than, yeah, like this one, you just get more daggers or whatever. So this one is like, okay, see, this is all fixed already. And then this one is like, okay, small fucking primal thing. But it's not like you really want to boost that because you see, most of it is all Magna, right? So that way, I just go Magna, right? But if I want to go primal, it's also very easy, right? It's the same thing, right? See, primal, I have this thing here. I have this stupid thing here. Right? I have this stupid thing. I'm still using my stupid Eden as well. So I have this as well. I have this as well, right? So what do? I do this, right? You see? I do this. This was like my old set. I haven't changed yet, but yeah. So this is what I do. I use double Zeus. So as simple as that, right? So sometimes when you have like half, like say even like my hierarch win, for example, right? Where the heck is it? All this is like kind of fixed already. Because Siete Swords has like a fixed amount, isn't it? Like all this stuff. All this is fixed. You can't really change it, right? This is all fixed. So since all of them are already... Why the hell did I go back there? Since all of them is already fixed, the only thing that I have in here are all these primal weapons, right? And what do they scale with? Primal, right? And it's not like I really need to put double primal anyway. So in order, what I did, I just used like one normal elemental, which also works because, you know, I have elemental shit here. As you can see, I have elemental here. Technically, those are elemental as well. I use Zeph Summon here. This is the old one, but you get the idea. So a lot of times, you usually just use based on how many weapons you have included in your grid. I would say that's probably like my easiest TLDR for which summon to use, which and which. That's really the easiest one. Because a lot of times I like, say for example, right, I would only consider using elemental when I'm mostly using like this. When I'm using the this thing. The LOF types of weapon, PNS, and then your Ultima, your Opus, and then you use whatever miscellaneous things. This kind of stuff, you can just use elemental, and I don't think it really matters at all. Because you see, like even this one, right? Especially if you're also using Revans, right? Your Revans is already fixed. You already have a fixed amount of thing. So using like primal or whatever doesn't really do anything. Other than you just getting like I don't know, maybe a shittier weapon summon or whatever. So for my case, I would honestly prefer like to use like Lucifer or something along those lines, because you know, if you're using Lucifer, you get like extra like, you know, HP, right? So in that case, you're actually also using just this stuff here. This stuff here, you're using it for all this stuff, not really just for elemental stuff. So it's like, yeah, I have elemental, I'm stacking elemental as well, but at the same time, I'm going for extra stuff, you know? Mostly just for those, rather than because primal nowadays you kind of want to just slot into your sub aura, right? Sadly, I can't show you because I do not have a single 250, but if you do have a 250, at least you can slot that into your sub aura, right? Because of this thing. So it's actually not bad as well. Because that's kind of like how it is nowadays, right? For 250 primal summons. But a lot of times these days, grids for Magna doesn't really require you to go like double Magna, like how I showed you earlier. Like this one here. Doesn't really require you to do this anymore, because, you know, nowadays you go like this. a lot of times you go something like this anyway. You know, it's like you just take the archetypes of these weapons. You can kind of use the same mindset of this grid to other elements as well. For fire, everything is the same. You have PNS, PNS. You have this LOF archetype here, and then you have Exalto, right? Same thing. If you have that, you use Exalto if you have that too. So you just fit that shit in there, and you're good to go. Yeah, and then for that particular grid, it doesn't require you to go Magna or Primal. So for that, you just go Elemental. That's why a lot of people are using like Babu, 000, Lucifer, Baha, Main Summon, etc., all that stuff. That's how it is. It's actually very simple to do it now. I know it can be a little bit confusing at first, but trust me, it's actually not that hard. Hopefully that is understanding enough though.